the episode starts, we see Thomas Dark resting peacefully. Laura arrives saying, "Master, I think you're forgetting something important. After visiting the Asura Guild, you said you absolutely had to go to Korea." He replies, "Oh really? Did I really say that?" You mean Sung Suho to meet him?" "No, not in the mood right now. I'll go later. That fruit isn't fully ripe yet. Not quite ripe. We definitively showed the Asura Guild precisely what we are capable of doing to our enemies, and after completely and utterly crushing them into dust and nothingness, our public image has fully and completely recovered in the eyes of the people and the world at large. And Sung Suho, I heard he just recently became a Liu agent. I really don't think there's any point in going there now, since he's just a new S-rank hunter." But Laura says, "But you wanted revenge for Rudolph's death, didn't you?" With anger and nothing else fueling him, he died in the greatest way, offering himself in the name of this country, in the name of the Scavenger Guild. But then, Laura shows him something where everyone is invited from Korea because a new gate had opened in Korea and they were asking everyone for help. Outsiders, meaning all the hunters in the world, were being asked for help. And Thomas is completely happy to see this amazing opportunity. He says, "Laura, contact Korea immediately. Tell them that the Scavenger Guild is coming to help them and prepare a jet for me. We're going to Korea right now." Hearing this, Laura says yes and leaves quickly. Thomas says, "Red all, I promise you, your death will not be in vain." Then the scene shifts. We see Sujong. He has something like a ring in his hand. He holds it and says, "Is this?" and then looks at the ring intently. It's called a torch, which is level 1. You see, a beginner's item. It will significantly increase his fire damage by about 50%, roughly speaking. Suho is talking about the same torch that he made specifically for him. Remember that well. Sojong says thank you and thinks about growth type gear that can make a person powerful, and whoever wears it will become friends with Sung Suho or his ally. Indeed, perhaps even closer than ever. And now, if I hunt monsters too, that means I'll become quite powerful. And he's very happy about that and excitedly asks Suho if he isn't tired. Suho says, trembling slightly, "No, it's perfectly fine really. I already gave everyone their gear." Sujong says, "What? But you don't look quite alright?" Peru then emerges and thinks, of course he's exhausted. Incredibly exhausted from his relentless efforts. After working day and night tirelessly for so many days, he killed all the monsters and crafted different shadow items of heroic grade, and also continued Amut's practice and rigorous hard training diligently. Seeing him work so hard, Sojong also thinks he's working too hard. "I have to keep up so I can help him in any way I possibly can. I absolutely won't let the precious gift he gave me go to waste at all." Then Suho takes out a gauntlet, prepared. He was about to give it to him directly and immediately, without delay. Sojong also comes with him because he says maybe Thomas Andre is coming to the Hunter Association quite soon. Suho says, "What? Thomas Andre, the national level hunter, right?" The scene shifts quickly. A moment later, we see them both inside the Hunter Association building. Suho is quite surprised to see so many different hunters. They are likely those from the infamous Scavenger Guild. Sojong tells him to wait right there for a moment and then he goes inside. Suho looks around at the others curiously, thinking to himself, "The Scavenger Guild, they are probably the ones who actually attacked me in that strange pyramid dungeon." After a little while, we see Sojong come back out. Woo Jinchul introduces him formally to the group. Sojong introduces himself and thinks, "So, this is America's #1 hunter, Thomas Andre, huh?" Thomas says casually, "Nice to meet you finally. I really don't think I need to introduce myself, do I?" Then Laura begins, Let's begin the discussion. The Scavenger Guild will definitely help you, but of course, we do have conditions. First, from now on, Korea will no longer accept any foreign support at all, and the Scavenger Guild will definitely keep the 8% reward that we get from the gate now. Suijangbu, Jinjul, is quite shocked and surprised by this development and says, "What? This is too much." Upon hearing this, Thomas asks, "What? Too much? What do you mean exactly? You called for help and we came immediately. It means, you can't handle it alone, and the Korean hunters can't manage everything by themselves. This is far cheaper in reality than the damage that would occur after the dungeon break." Suijang says, "It seems like these people have come here to threaten us, not negotiate in good faith." Bu Jingchul says, yes, we asked for support, but that doesn't mean we lack our own strength. We gained 2 S-rank hunters just a few days ago. No matter what you say, this condition is far too absurd. If that's the case, we'll have to decline the Scavenger Guild's help and seek support from another country entirely. Thomas becomes angry and starts talking at length about the Egyptian pyramid dungeon where they tragically lost their hunter, Randolph. After investigating thoroughly, they discovered that he wasn't killed by a member of the Asura Guild at all, but instead by a Korean hunter. After questioning the locals extensively, he found out that it was none other than a Korean hunter named Sung Suho, as Laura explicitly revealed. Sung Suho? Upon hearing this, both Bu Chinjal and Sui Jang were quite surprised. Thomas continued, so, it seems Randolph's death was indeed directly caused by your new S-rank hunter Sung Suho from Korea, correct? If you don't meet our conditions, you might very well lose one of your valuable S-rank hunters. So, are you seriously going to refuse our urgent demands? Or perhaps this final weapon of yours, Captain, might stop me completely. Hearing this, Sujong becomes afraid because before him is Thomas Andre, a national level hunter, and he's just an S-rank hunter. He thinks about the S-rank gate after the Italian one, and now the Scavenger Guild are his enemies. Indeed, a difficult situation. But then a voice comes from outside, quiet. Hearing that, I'm getting angry. I thought help was coming, but it's just a thief. And then from outside, the sound of someone being dragged, being stopped from coming in. Then the door bursts open and Suho comes inside, and all the hunters are just holding on to him, trying to stop him somehow. But no one can stop Suho. Seeing this, Thomas gets very angry. Sujong says, Suho. Suho says, forgive me for arriving so abruptly. And then he throws all the hunters there and says, you're the so-called national level hunters of the US, right? But that's not how it should be, absolutely not. Inside a gate, one keeps what one finds, you see. If the Scavenger Guild is truly superior to us, then perhaps this will be quite easy for them. 80% right? But then, Jinchul and Sojong get scared because Thomas is enraged. He says, interesting. He walks straight up to Suho, face to face. Thomas says angrily, what exactly will you do, young kid, if I completely obliterate you right here and now? Su says, then people will definitely say that the Scavenger Guild came to Korea solely for the purpose of spreading chaos and destruction. And what do you think will I ultimately lose to you in this confrontation? Where did you get so much confidence? Hearing this, Thomas gets even angrier. He says that Brad's and his aura were spreading there. There was an atmosphere of fear all around. And seeing this, it felt like the first time we saw Sung Jinwoo and Thomas face to face. This is exactly that kind of moment.